You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone committed to misunderstanding you. You don't have to prove your heart to people who only want your attention. The truth travels quietly. Only insecurity needs a megaphone. The art of not reacting is the discipline of keeping your center when the world tries to move you. You've learned by now that healing cost you your old life. You watched entire versions of yourself fall away when you chose peace over chaos. This is the next step in that evolution. Not being pulled back into the noise by every comment, every accusation, every rumor, every subtle invitation to perform. You are not on earth to audition for people who benefit from your reactivity. You are here to master your focus. Most people react because stillness feels like surrender. Silence looks like losing. We're taught to defend our name, correct the story, clap back with cleverness. But cleverness burns hot and burns out. What lasts is composure. What convinces without effort is consistent calm. When you stop reacting, you stop feeding a fire that was never warming you. There's a reason reactivity feels good in the moment. It's speed. Your nervous system loves velocity. It loves the heart spike, the righteous indignation, the illusion of control that comes from sending the text, posting the reply, raising the voice just enough to feel bigger. But that moment always charges interest. You lose time, you lose presence, you lose the quiet that would have shown you a better move. The bill arrives later in regret, in friction, in burned bridges that you didn't need to cross. Not reacting is not avoidance. It is timing. It is the refusal to spend your energy at a discount. When you don't react, you are not ignoring the situation. You are choosing the arena where you can win. You are letting the dust settle. You are letting truth become visible without the smoke of emotional impulse. You are allowing other people to reveal themselves while you remain yourself. Notice how predictable your old reactions were. Push this button, get that show. Certain phrases pulled you in. Certain tones made you smaller. Certain patterns lit the fuse before you knew there was a match. The art of not reacting begins with pattern recognition. You are studying the script, not playing your old role. You are naming the triggers so they lose the power that anonymity gave them. You might worry that silence makes you look guilty, that not defending yourself means you don't care. Consider the opposite. Constant defense reads as insecurity. The person who knows who they are does not chase every rumor with a net. They allow reality to cross-examine the lie. They allow time to separate signal from noise. They respond when response serves an outcome they actually want, not an ego that wants to be seen winning. Ask yourself the simplest question: what outcome do I want? If you want peace, a clean life, and a stable mind, most confrontations don't need you. If you want clarity, give silence a few hours to work for you. If you want respect, stop negotiating with people who only understand escalation. Not reacting is an announcement: my peace is not up for auction. There's a reason this feels difficult at first. You are deprogramming the need to be understood. You are letting go of the identity that survived on applause and argument. You are training your body to understand that calm is not apathy and pause is not defeat. You will feel the urge to break the quiet because quiet feels like being unseen. You are not unseen. You are unbaited. You are not absent. You are intact. There are moments when a response is necessary. Safety, truth that affects the innocent, boundaries that require clarity. The art of not reacting never asks you to be passive. It asks you to be precise. Speak in full when speaking protects what matters. Decline the stage when the performance serves nothing. Replace the reflex of explaining with the practice of deciding. You are not a faucet for other people's curiosity. If you want a simple practice, begin with the body. Lower your shoulders. Clench your jaw. Place the phone face down. Breathe until your thoughts slow down enough to be chosen. The body is the first battlefield and the first teacher. When your physiology steadies, your mind stops auditioning for panic. Then write the reply you would be proud to read tomorrow. If it still feels like fireworks, it is not ready to leave your hands. you'll discover that most provocations don't survive 12 hours of silence. The story changes, the urgency dissolves, the crowd finds a new theater, the accuser reconsiders without your help. You preserved your energy by doing the hardest thing in the moment, nothing. This is spiritual athleticism. You are building the muscle that holds your center while storms look for entertainment. Not reacting also means moving the arena. Public drama is designed for heat, not resolution. If it matters, bring it to a private room where volume isn't currency. If it doesn't matter, let it end without oxygen. You do not owe anyone the spectacle of your anger, your defense, or your dignity. Dignity is a room with locked windows and a quiet chair. It is not a stage with paid seats. There's a subtle benefit people rarely talk about. Not reacting reveals the motives in the room. Watch who grows louder when you decline the bait. Watch who starts to bargain when the show doesn't begin. Watch who calls your calm manipulation because they can't move you with the tools that used to work. Your composure is the mirror that makes everyone honest. Some will leave. Let them. That door was a boundary you didn't know you had. Silence will change your relationships. Some people only knew how to connect through crisis. Some only felt close when you were upset with them. Some only believed you loved them when you chased them into the argument. When you stop reacting, you stop performing love as war. Those who know how to love without theater will meet you in the quiet. Those who need chaos to feel alive will wander off in search of it. Bless them on their journey and keep walking. The more you practice, the more you'll notice a shift in your sense of time. Reactivity compresses the present into a single heated second. Composure stretches it back out. You see options where there used to be only impulse. You hear the line under the line. You realize that most threats are invitations to abandon yourself. You decline politely. You remain. There will be tests. The message that touches your oldest wound. The public comment engineered to humiliate. The family pattern that has rehearsed itself for a generation and expects your cue. You will feel the script waking up inside you. You will feel the urge to prove, to punish, to win. Remember what winning costs. Remember how serenity fits you better than revenge. Remember the taste of a quiet night with your integrity still in one piece. If you want a second practice, build a simple ritual of delay. Say noted, say I'll respond tomorrow, say this isn't a conversation for text. You are not denying anyone. You are upgrading the conditions of the conversation. You are saying I'm willing to meet you where clarity can find us both. If they refused that space, they weren't seeking resolution, they were seeking reaction. Reaction is the currency of the powerless. You are done financing it. The art of not reacting will also refine your ambition. You will stop measuring progress by debates won and start measuring it by work done. You will stop explaining your plans to people who haven't earned the right to hear them. You will pour your mornings into the quiet tasks that build the outcomes your old arguments pretended to protect. The loudest person rarely holds the leverage. The most focused one does. You'll notice that your creativity improves. All that mental energy once spent composing responses becomes fuel for building. The same imagination that could cut someone with a sentence can design a future with patience. The temptation to speak becomes the discipline to finish. The applause you wanted from strangers becomes the self-respect you feel when you keep promises to yourself. You may feel misunderstood for a while. Let it be. Being misunderstood is the tax of being self-directed. People who need your explanation are not the ones who will help you build. People who respect your silence are the ones who will protect your focus. You are not withholding love, you are withholding access to your nervous system. That is not cruelty. That is stewardship. If you ever need proof that this path works, watch your life simplify. Fewer crises. Fewer debates that go nowhere. Fewer mornings spent piecing together a sense of self after a night of digital warfare. More clear hours. More meaningful conversations. More results you can point to without raising your voice. Peace is not an accident. It is a policy you enforce with the choices you do not make. You might ask, what do I lose by not reacting? You lose the short-term satisfaction of being right in public. You lose the reputation for being fiery that some people mistook for strength. You lose the adrenaline that once made you feel alive. And what do you gain? You gain your mornings. You gain your sleep. You gain a mind that belongs to you again. You gain a reputation for gravity rather than noise. You gain the strange, steady confidence of someone who cannot be moved cheaply. The art of not reacting doesn't turn you into a statue. It makes you a steward. You are not denying your feelings. You are directing them. You are not suppressing your truth. You are selecting its timing. You are not pretending you don't care. You are proving that you care about outcomes more than optics. This is adult strength. Quiet, repeatable, and free. There will still be days you slip. You'll send the message you shouldn't, post the line that felt right for 10 seconds, say the thing that needed 10 more breaths. Forgive yourself quickly. Reset the standard. Apologize if apology serves the relationship. Then return to the practice. Mastery isn't the absence of mistakes. It's the absence of repeat mistakes. Every time you choose silence over spectacle, you lower the temperature of your life by a degree that stays with you. Think about the person you are becoming. Hard to provoke, easy to trust, slow to speak, impossible to bait. The person whose presence changes the room without a word. The person who can hear a rumor about themselves and still keep their schedule. The person who measures their day by what they built, not what they fought. That person is not a fantasy. They are the logical result of the choices you make when your heartbeat is normal and your phone is quiet. One day, someone will try to pull you back into the old theater and you will feel nothing in your hands. No heat. No urgency. Just a simple choice. Keep building or go back to juggling flames for people who never burned their own. You will keep building. You will look out the window at a calm rain and realize you have become weatherproof. Storms still come. They just don't own you. You don't win by being louder. You win by being harder to move. Let small things be small. Let your focus be expensive. Let your peace be boring to everyone who feeds on chaos. Reserve your voice for sentences that build your future. Reserve your energy for the few who can hold it without breaking it. Reserve your reactions for what actually changes your life. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future. Seneca.